Alrighty, guys. So we're gonna be going into our third and final series for the night. Thank you guys all for stopping by and watching. It's been a lot of fun casting for you, and we're gonna be doing it quite a bit more throughout the season and everything like that. So please check in with us. Give the channel a follow if you'd like, and help you keep current with us here at Doc Holiday TV. And then, of course, follow my cookcaster NinaZerg on Twitch as well, and check out her Twitter because I really want more people to see the quality shit posting. Totally, do it. I dare you. Anyways, but yeah.
I'm not even telling them what my Twitter account is. So how are they gonna find it?
Well, if they can't look, I mean, I'm not gonna just give out the information. You know, do something for yourself. Be self-sufficient. All right.
You gotta work for it.
You gotta work for those memes. These aren't like free memes.
In this case, it's just a dumpster fire.
It truly is. It's like a, you know what it is though? It's like a dumpster fire in like the middle of like the Arc de Triomphe. It's like the classiest dumpster fire you'll ever witness. Alrighty guys, but let's go ahead and get into game number 1 of our final series. Gonna be on Circuit Breaker.
Okay, so Seer was actually gonna do the co-cast until I threatened him with a Nintendo Wii remote.
I love how no one's gonna know what you're talking about but me. It's just a joke just for me.
So
is it not switching still? Hold on. Okay, it's switched.
I don't know.
There we go. I got it. I did it.
Yeah, so I think Python said you were gonna cast, and I was like, and he was like, hey, does anybody want to co-cast? And immediately I was just like, put me in, coach.
That's my dog.
But then you're like, oh no, I already got somebody to co-cast. And I was like,
well, I guess he asked after the other guy dropped out. I didn't actually ask to be assigned this dude. Python was like, alright, well, can you cast with this guy? He's new. We want to try him out, see how he does. But he bailed, so I don't know. I think you lose all credibility after that. You know? I think you're just done.
you can't fail.
One and done. That's the CPL way. You fail and you're gone. No growth, no opportunity for forgiveness. Here at the CPL, it's just brutal, man. You know, dog eat dog, fucking survival of the fittest. We don't appreciate weakness here at the CPL.
No weakness. It's Cobra Kai Jim.
Cobra Kai. I just watched the trailer for that. It looks so ridiculous.
It looks bad. So, actually, you know what? Similar to the last series, Seer is gonna go with one base Protoss, but he's cut probes. He's cut his probes. Oh, and if we haven't introduced we haven't introduced mLty yet. So he's the guy in the top left in the blue.
This guy right here, guys. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Seer, aka Anallybad.
Yeah, and
perhaps he's very regimented about how bad he is. Perhaps we're misinterpreting that.
mLty seems like he has a much better, well, except for that zealot not blocking the ramp properly. Seems like he has a much better grasp of you know, controlling stuff in the early game.
Well, yeah, and to me it seems like the build orders make a lot more sense as well. Coming out of mLty, we have an immediate cyber core. Oh wow!
We have a cyber port. We have a shield battery. So, yeah, Anallybad is gonna if you're a coach, You want to take somebody right from the bottom, bring him right to the top. This is the guy. He's fresh.
Starting from
He
the
has
bottom
no-
now, we're up.
He has no preconceived notions about how to play the game. He just wants to play.
What if he does, though? What if he's like, I want to make shield batteries. I don't care what you have to say. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. They're so cool. Look at them. Look at them. There's like a floating crystal in between 3 crystals. We have to make shield batteries, and it's gonna be part of my build order. I don't care what you have to say. What if you have something like that, huh? Also, what's up, Bear Seaman Valor? How you guys doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. What then?
Bears. Oh. Well, I would say if somebody doesn't want to learn, you can't force them to do so. But if he wants to actually learn how to play, he is a blank slate. He is the canvas on which you paint your legacy as a coach. Also, LTY needs to work.
Ooh, I like
his,
that.
Needs to work on his ergonomic planning when it comes to base building.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a little bit computer-ish.
A little claustrophobic.
It's not claustrophobic. It's just scattered. It's
Oh,
like
you mean mLty?
schizophrenic.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were referring to Anallybad.
His is fine. His is actually. It makes sense.
Man, I am so confused on what's going on with these probes just chilling here. I think this might have been like a misclick or something like that at the top of this ramp. But, I mean, Anallybad looking to be in a pretty difficult position here. It looks like we're going, yeah, I was going to say, it looks like we're going for a DT rush. Not even really a rush, but a DT build out of mLty.
He put the Nexus in the wrong spot.
Oh, no, it's down too far. No! The square is right there! Use the square! Oh, that's so upsetting to see.
I don't know if he knew about the square. Because, like, if you're looking at the map and you're just sort of looking at it in a very general way, you might not notice the little pattern on the ground.
Well, and here comes Doom.
Yeah.
No detection whatsoever. Can't get cannons up after DTs get here because they just kill them, like, instantly. And so here we go! Let's watch the party!
And normally
Alright.
if you say GG, you leave the game. Okay, there he goes.
He was waiting for the reciprocal GG.
Oh, okay.
Well, there we go. Alrighty. Bunch of
There we go.
K-boys came in, cleaned out the probe bank. Bam. Game over.
So I have a very good feeling about mLty's chances in the next match.
Yeah, but we did say that, or at least I said that, going in game number 2 of the last series. So, you never know. You never know.
This seems a little bit more.
Yeah, but a little more determined.
This is
Or
the disparity in skill seems a little bit more skewed in mLty's favor.
yeah, I could definitely. Not Valor suggests that perhaps there were not enough shield batteries. That is a potential answer, I suppose. What if you got +1 shields? So then the probes had 41 HP and they could take 2 hits, and then the shield battery could make it so that they can take 3 hits. No, that's not even true. That isn't how that works. So it'd still be 2 hits. I don't know. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to come up with a reason for it. But yeah, Seer. Maybe next time play on an account called Seer, because I don't like saying Anallybad every time I have to refer to you, man. This is rough. It's difficult. But alrighty. So let's go ahead and game number 2. Looks like we're gonna be playing on Roadkill this time. Interesting map. I like it. But if this is I would assume tier 3, right? But mLty's build seems fairly coherent. I mean, perchance there's not really the mechanics there, but the the ideas are correct, right?
If you looked at mLty's base and the way he was playing, I think that anybody in Tier 3 has a chance to defeat him.
Ah, I see.
I don't think that if there was a Tier 4, I would put Seer in Tier 4. Not, and I really don't want to put that in. I don't want to mean that in like an insulting way. I think that like if you just like, you know, you pick up the game, you're like, oh, let's just start learning this. Oh, there's this tournament thing. Let's get into that, just for fun.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Like an absolute zero experience, total beginners, like have no idea what you're doing, have never seen a video game before, play with your feet type of player. You know, like I get what you mean by that. But that's kind of the unfortunate thing right now is that it's difficult to populate a league. Like a, you know, especially like a league like this, it's difficult to populate a league with enough players. Like we could almost go on for like forever in creating new leagues because it's so difficult to really group people together. But I think you're right. Like an absolute bottom tier, like let's learn the absolute basics of the game could be nice. But we're already at 3 leagues, and I think that's so much work for the 2 admins to deal with right now as it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But on the plus side, I think if somebody like Seer they started playing StarCraft and they're just like, I love this game. I just wanna learn a little bit more about it. I don't think it's inconceivable that they could quickly catch up to the other Tier 3 players and be right there with them and win games and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that the physical component and the mental agility components of the game at a Tier 3 level are not like inaccessible for anybody. I think the basic concepts of the game and some very, very basic build orders can be executed to a level with very little or no experience with the game at all, so long as you have a coach who's patient and able to articulate what is important and kind of allow you to understand those very basic fundamental concepts that you need to bring yourself into that Tier 3 like competition level. So I think you're right. I think so long as this person gets a good coach, Seer, get yourself a hell of a coach, practice with a bunch of partners, and talk to a lot of people, man, and the community will bring you up to a level where you feel very confident in the Tier 3 bracket of competition, so long as you're trying.
You could even talk to somebody in Tier 2. You could
or
talk
Tier
to
1.
somebody in Tier 1 even. You could talk to Tier 1, Tier 2.
You could probably talk to anybody, honestly.
And just ask them, what's your approach to the game? How do you... And usually they'll give you an honest answer. It might not be the quote-unquote correct answer, but they're going to give you the most honest thing that they can.
Yeah, I think one of the greatest things about the Brood War community is like you can just come in and just talk to some of the best players in the foreign scene, and it's like super normal, you know. Like I don't know, I think it's awesome, you know. I feel like all the people that I've met, like some of the people that I just talk to on a daily basis are like literal god tier foreigners, and it's just like holy shit. I only started playing this game like a year and a half ago, and I know all these crazy people, and they're just like so generous with their time and their information, and they're very welcoming. And I don't know, I think that you can't really find a game like that anywhere else, with the exception of like very small community type of games like Brood War. So I think that's one of the, I guess, upsides about Brood War being kind of a smaller player base, for especially new players to get into. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get on into game number 2. This is gonna be on Roadkill. I think it's a pretty dope map. I've been liking roadkill more and more, although still not one of my favorite ladder maps. Very interesting design. I like the mineral only bases. I like maps with mineral only bases on them because they're very often very Zerg advantaged. So let's go ahead and roll into the game and get the cast going.
Okay. In the in the 9 o'clock position as the blue Protoss, we have Seer. And before I even talk about him, we'll go do the 12 o'clock position where mLty is spawning as the brown Protoss. And we'll say some positive stuff about... Oops, my mic cable got tangled up.
No Sadaka, please. At least finish the cast with me before you go and hang yourself with your mic cable. I'd appreciate that.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna hang myself.
Okay, I appreciate that. Do you guys ever get frustrated with this game? Oh yeah.
Do I ever get frustrated? No.
I do.
Not me.
Definitely not when we're playing BGH. Never.
Actually, one of the early comments about my stream is, "Hey, have you guys seen the stream where this girl is just cussing and just screaming profanity?" Or something like that.
That's wonderful. Where was this comment posted?
I don't even remember.
Alright, guys.
I don't remember.
If you look at our two players, continue.
Your last game, his base design actually made sense because there's space in between the buildings. Pylons were lined up in a nice column, and so it indicates to me that he may have played some StarCraft 2, possibly. Maybe he played some StarCraft 1, but maybe he played like on fastest net possible or something like that. Which doesn't mean anything, but like if you play fastest map possible versus computers and stuff, you know, you can kind of just do whatever you want. I don't like that he has so much minerals and is not making anything, but that's just me.
Yeah, so Anallybad, very lots of stuff to work on. So pro tip, if you're spawning on the left side of a map here, like you are at the 9 o'clock position for Anallybad, generally speaking the other two spawns aren't going to just be in like the bottom and top right corners. Anally still, I think, is unaware of where their opponent is. So one actually really important thing for you to do is, if you want to take yourself seriously and improve as a competitive player, is learn the nuances of some of the maps here. And I think taking a look at the maps before you play the matches would be one thing that I could definitely have Anallybad improve on a little bit here, because this is wasting a lot of time with just the scout running around randomly around the map and not seeing anything whatsoever. But I mean, you do definitely see the difference between these two players here. Anallybad Cybercore just now getting up in a much larger bank. Anallybad also now throwing down a Nexus at this mineral only over here. So interesting choice here. But you know,
really strange choice.
Yeah.
There's also a...
What is going on here? What? This is so weird. mLty now throwing down 3 gateways right outside the view range of the and now it's canceled. All right, these are some maybe this is like some like 300 IQ like mind games going on right here. I don't know what's happening, but this is man, these CPL games are wonderful.
I don't know why. I don't know. You know. I don't know.
So as far as Dragoon production goes, typically the max that you can do off one base is 3 gates. Is that correct?
You can actually do 4.
Okay.
You can do 4, but you can't do 4 consistently and have enough gas to attack. And I recall seeing I remember seeing a PvP series where I think Bisu did this versus Zhangbi, 4 gates off of 1 base, and he won. But typically you don't do that.
Interesting. Alrighty, so alright guys, another tip for some of your newer players out there. When you're trying to defend your base, you don't want to be down a ramp. So you either want to defend up here at the choke or further back in your base. But being down a ramp is going to give your opponent's units a massive advantage, because in Brood War there is a high ground advantage, which when you're taking shots from the low ground on your units, those units have a chance to, I guess not dodge, I guess the units on the low ground have a chance to miss. So this is a pretty huge attack coming in from mLty now, and with pretty much no defenses here, Anallybad's gonna have a bit of an issue. Probably gonna die here. Whole bunch of units still on the map and absolutely nothing for Anallybad. The GG comes out, mLty taking his sweet time for the GG. And looks like we're just gonna go ahead and see the end of that series pretty quickly, guys. A little bit of an anticlimactic series to end the cast on tonight, but you know, especially at the lower levels where the skill variance is kind of wildly different from player to player, you'll have, I would say, a lot more of these one-sided games at that tier 3 level than you would at tier 2 and tier 1. Because as the understanding kind of starts getting to certain plateaus, you start seeing a bit more consistency in how the game is played, and at the very least, players tend to be a little more evenly matched. So, but that was all the replays that we have to cast for you guys tonight. Thank you everybody who stuck it out, watched with us. I hope you guys enjoyed it.